The following program is a work of broadcast students from the British Columbia Institute of Technology. BCIT magazine features news stories from around the Lower Mainland over the past week. Responsibility for the content of the show rests completely with the students and their BCIT instructors.
Coming up on BCIT magazine, Vancouver's homeless population seeks shelter from the cold. BCAA gives you the tips to be prepared and stay safe on the roads. And musician Gio Levy joins us for a live chat and a tune. Good afternoon and welcome to BCIT magazine. I'm Amanda Kumbos. The recent dip in temperature has caused some havoc on the roads, and BCAA has some simple steps you should take to be prepared and stay safe in these conditions. Carmen Weld has more on the story.
This time of year, BCAA calls increased 25%, but many callers call because they were unprepared. Ken Cousins, Associate VP of Road Assist at BCAA, wants to help you stay safe this year.
Metro Vancouver is full of hills, mountains, and the weather can change within a few kilometers. So a few safety tips and some of the things you should be carrying in your vehicle. A good solid winter tread tire is important, but if you're on a budget or you have all season tires and all you can afford is cable chains, these are a decent alternative. So a few things to remember about cable chains is make sure you buy the right size for your tires, make sure that you test fit them before you need them, and they're not designed to work when you're stuck. They're designed to work when you roll backwards or roll forwards onto them, then link them from the back to the front. Probably most of us have seen snow fall down on our windshield. That's just plain hazardous. And you can scrape things good. You can even scrape your neighbor's car should you want. You know, you can stretch it out like that and get on top of the SUVs and things like that. Checked out your battery. Your batteries will fill primarily in the winter or in the summer, extreme hot or extreme cold. So you want to test it out. If you notice your vehicle's cranking a little slow, that's the time to get it checked out. You want to be seen, so you want to carry a safety vest. Now, you don't need a safety vest like this necessarily. Your bicycle gear, you can take your jogging gear, you can take that kind of stuff. Something that's bright so you can really be seen. They have lots of different settings and they'll bring attention to you no matter where you are. As a matter of fact, they work underwater. So not a bad device to have, just in case. Okay, this one.
Even with all the gear and lessons in tow, Mom and Dad's advice still holds true.
This one, drive slower. There's an old nursery rhyme, slow and steady wins the race. And that's never truer than in snow.
I've checked my battery. My windshield washer fluid is good. I got proper snow tires on my car, appropriate gear, including reflective gear to keep me safe, flashlight, ice scraper, ice brush, and an umbrella. I'm all ready to drive in these conditions in the coming weeks. Carmen Weld in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
While the frigid weather can be inconvenient for the city's most impoverished residents, getting in from the cold can be the difference between life and death. Justin Morissette has the story of one downtown shelter that's well equipped to handle the increased demand.
It's the first winter at the Union Gospel Mission since moving into their new building, and already the facility is being put to good use. With more snow on the way later in the week, it's the time of year where bundling up against the cold just isn't enough. And this year, the Union Gospel Mission says they're better equipped to handle the demand for shelter than ever before. Keela Keeping works for the mission and says they've nearly doubled the amount of beds available since this time last year.
Yeah, the new facility is absolutely incredible. We can't even believe how wonderful it has been to be able to provide when people come in and actually have space that we need. For a lot of our programs, we've doubled or tripled what we're offering. We have a laundry facility, so we're doing laundry in the middle of the night for people, so when they come and they wake up, they've got their clothes ready to go in the morning, which is incredible for them. We've got more bathrooms. Basically just providing all the things that a regular person would probably take for granted.
The overflow room might not look like much, but those who need it say it's invaluable.
It's up to the individual who wants to come in here. If they feel safe, they come in. A lot of people don't feel safe. It's just the nature of the streets.
We don't want anyone sleeping in the cold, anyone that wants to come inside. We want to give them a bed, we want to give them at least a space to be for the night.
And so far, those who need the help know where to find it. Justin Morissette in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
With more on this story, we're now joined live by reporter Justin Morissette. Justin, how is the city reacting to the high demand for shelters as the snow begins to fall?
Well, Amanda, once the snow starts falling, the city rolls out its emergency weather response program, adding about 200 beds to emergency shelters across the Lower Mainland for those in need. Now, these beds are often just padded mats on church floors, but for those who need the help, it's a welcome relief. Sadly, this emergency plan is only activated when it snows, and at this time of year, there's little difference in temperature between snowy nights and days where it's just plain cold.
Now, Justin, what exactly does the extreme weather response plan mean for the homeless population here in Burnaby?
I was actually quite surprised to learn that there is no permanent homeless shelter here in Burnaby, but the Lookout Emergency Aid Society does offer a temporary shelter out of the Westminster Bible Chapel as part of the extreme weather response. Amanda?
Thank you, Justin. Coming up after the break, an update on construction at SkyTrains across the Lower Mainland. And Gio Levy joins us to discuss his new hit single.
You should go back in time and bone your mom.
What? Terry can travel through time.
You pick up a girl like 100 times.
Hi, my name's Terry.
You'd get it eventually, right?
Hi, I'm Terry. You come here often?
Time travelers' times? Are they serious? Send them an email.
They just sent me an email.
Welcome. I've been expecting you.
We should probably make some money.
I just want to find someone that I can talk about my feelings with.
You think you know your best friend? But he's gonna try and stop you using your gift.
Go back and erase his memory, sort of thing.
Do you want to have intercourse?
Welcome back. More SkyTrain stations across the Lower Mainland will be getting fare gates and card readers. TransLink crews are moving forward with construction of fare gates at Millennium stations, with Lougheed Town Centre first on the checklist. It will be at least a year until TransLink is expected to implement these new measures, which are part of the new Compass card system. This smart card system is designed to cut down on fare evasion and help monitor commuter patterns. However, this type of construction is nothing new to the Lower Mainland, as both the Expo and Canada lines are in the process of having fare gates and card readers installed. I went out to Patterson Station in Burnaby to see the construction and filed this update.
Well, we've just started work on the Millennium line. We've got work that's been underway for several months now on the Expo line and the Canada line, getting those stations going. Expo line took a bit more work because when it was originally built, it wasn't conceived to have fare gates as part of it. So that's taken a bit more work to retrofit the stations. Millennium line now just getting started with the work going on at Lougheed Town Centre, and then presently we'll be seeing more work happening at Rupert and Renfrew.
For commuters downtown, many will be pleased to hear that TransLink expects construction at downtown stations like the Granville Station to be complete around May.
You can see around here we've got special signs up there. There are parts of the entrances that are closed for the time being. Hoardings are up there, so they're going to see construction going on. A lot of construction noise in some places. A lot of areas where they have to alter their path for getting to the elevators and the escalators.
For passengers looking to avoid construction on their daily commute, well, there's just no way around it. But you can prepare yourself by checking out the TransLink website for all the latest updates on faregate construction. Amanda Kumbos in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
Yeah, earlier I was
Joining us now is singer-songwriter Gio Levy, who will be playing at BCIT's fundraiser for the National Association for Broadcasters. This event is being held at the Backstage Lounge on January 24th. Thank you for joining us, Gio.
Thanks for having me.
So you've accomplished quite a bit in your musical career. We hear you've had a sold-out concert last July, as well as a music video. What are some of the challenges you've faced in trying to get your name out there?
Yeah, as far as challenges, just promoting yourself. You sort of have to be your own business person. It's like having your own company, except it's you. You don't necessarily have a team except the people who support you and like you, like your parents and your best friends. Like, okay, I'll come to your show. But I just tried to write as much good music as I could. I recorded a full CD, and the music video, of course, sort of helps promote it, and if people like it, they watch it. So I think as far as, the challenges was really just getting people to enjoy what I was doing. So, yeah.
So the song you're going to play for us in studio today is called Let Her Know. What was the inspiration behind this piece?
Let Her Know. It's a song I wrote a few years back. I was having a lot of relationship problems. Just whoever I was with, they just weren't sticking around, and they would say, oh, it's me, it's not you. But I knew it was me, so I was doing something wrong. And so I started jotting down some notes. It's like, okay, what are the things girls like, or what are the things I think girls like? And that's what the inspiration behind the song is.
Awesome, Gio. Thanks for talking to us. I'll let you get ready, and we'll hear from you at the end of the show. The Big Sisters of BC Lower Mainland is searching for more volunteers to help change lives of young girls. Carmen Weld has all the details.
Cool. All right.
Big Sisters of the Lower Mainland is too big for this little house and has a real need for new volunteers, as many littles are left waiting. But why be a big sister?
I think it's really magical when a connection forms between a big sister and her little sister. It's really amazing to see them connect and to see the little sister gain confidence, to see her gain self-esteem, to see her have fun with this new woman in her life.
This is Naomi. She is my little sister, even though she is much taller than me. We've been together over 5 years now. She just started high school. You were 8 when we started. Yeah. So you've grown up a lot.
I was like shorter than you.
And now you're not shorter than me. How much taller are you?
Like a foot.
3 inches taller.
It's just about taking that next step and about saying, I have that time to give. I can share my life. And from there, something really special happens.
Our need is always to serve more girls, and only because we always have a wait list. And even if that wait list were go to 0, I wouldn't want to even articulate the percentage of the need we're not even touching out there. The minimum is a year, for those relationships, but we have many, many, many that go on, for almost until they get kicked out of the program when they become adults. That's a nicer story.
In some specific areas in the Lower Mainland, there's a higher need right now. On the North Shore, girls are waiting up to 11 months for a study buddy tutor. There's also always a high need in Surrey as well. It's just an area where we see a particular interest in girls needing a big sister or needing a study buddy, and not as many volunteers.
Being a big sister can make a real difference in someone's life. I know from firsthand that we made a big difference in each other's lives, so really consider joining the program, as there's a lot of little girls that need your help. I'm Carmen Weld in North Vancouver.
And I'm Naomi Kennedy for BCIT Magazine. Is that good? Yay!
If you have any questions or comments regarding this program, please visit us online at bcitbroadcastnews.ca or bcit-broadcast.com. I'm Amanda Kumbos, and that's today's BCIT Magazine. We leave you with music from Gio Levy. Thanks for watching.
She's a beauty, and don't forget to say exactly why, 'cause every guy can say the same thing. So if you take the time to show her your heart, tell her why you care, and show you dare to do so much just to be in her life. And if you really love as a woman, would you do her every plea? And if you really love as a woman, would you cry on bended knee? And if you really loved her this much, if so